Hey guys, Army, this community, we need to talk. Because something feels different right now. Something doesn't quite add up. And if you've been following everything closely, if you've been watching every move, every clip, every tiny detail coming out after Tampa, then you probably feel it too. Because while the tour is still going, while the stages are still packed, while the energy is still explosive, there's this quiet, almost hidden narrative building behind the scenes. And at the center of it is Park Jimin. Now think about this for a second. The tour just kicked off in the US, right? Tampa was massive. The performances were insane. The crowd? Unmatched. Jimin himself? On another level. His stage presence, his vocals, his expressions, it felt like he wasn't just performing, he was telling us something. And right after that, boom, rumors start spreading. Quiet at first. Almost easy to ignore. But then they keep coming. Stronger. Louder. More specific. That Jimin may have met with a major American label. Not just casually. Not just a coincidence. But something intentional. And here's where it gets interesting, guys, because timing is everything. Why now? Why in the middle of a global tour that's already demanding everything from him physically and mentally? Why add something as big as a label meeting into that schedule? That's not something artists just squeeze in randomly. Especially not someone at Jimin's level. If this is true, then this isn't small. This isn't casual. This is strategic. And I know what some of you are thinking right now. It's just a rumor. There's no confirmation. And yeah, you're right. We don't have official statements. No press releases. Nothing confirmed by the agency. But let's be real for a second. How many big moves in the industry start exactly like this? Quiet whispers. Subtle hints. Fans connecting dots before the official announcement drops. We've seen it before. And when it comes to BTS members, especially Jimin, things are rarely random. But wait, don't scroll. Because this is where it gets deeper. Let's talk about Jimin himself. Because if you've been watching his journey, you know this isn't just about fame anymore. He's already global. He's already respected. He's already proven himself as a solo artist. But lately, there's been a shift. A subtle one, but very real. His confidence on stage feels different. His artistic choices feel sharper. More intentional. Almost like he's building towards something bigger. And that's what makes this rumor hit differently. Because imagine this scenario. Jimin, in the middle of a massive world tour, takes time behind the scenes to sit down with a major American label. Not for publicity, not for fun, but to discuss something real. Something future-focused. A project. A collaboration. Maybe even a new direction in his career. Just imagine the scale of that. And guys, let me ask you this. If that's true, what kind of project would be worth that level of effort right now? A new solo album? But not just any album, something bigger. Something global. Something designed to dominate both Eastern and Western markets at the same time. Or maybe a collaboration with a major Western artist. Someone unexpected. Someone that could completely shift the conversation around his music. Or, and this is where it gets really interesting, a long-term partnership. A move that positions Jimin not just as a K-pop icon, but as a global pop force on an entirely new level. And yeah, I know, that sounds huge. Almost too big. But then again, we're talking about Jimin. And here's another thing that keeps pulling people deeper into the story, the silence. No denial. No confirmation. Just silence. And in the entertainment world, silence is never empty. It usually means something is being prepared. Something is being timed. Something that needs to land at the perfect moment. Now think about how this affects the tour itself. Because while fans are enjoying every performance, every moment, every interaction, there's this added layer now. Every move Jimin makes offstage starts to feel more significant. Every appearance, every disappearance, every behind-the-scenes clip. Fans are watching differently now. Not just as spectators, but as detectives. And honestly, that's what makes this moment so exciting. Because we're not just watching a tour anymore. We might be witnessing the beginning of something bigger. Something that hasn't been announced yet, but is already in motion. And let's talk about the fans for a second. You guys, Army. Because your reaction to this? It's been insane. Some are excited. Like, genuinely thrilled at the idea of Jimin expanding even further globally. Some are cautious, waiting for confirmation, not wanting to get carried away. And some are emotional, because every new step like this feels like growth, but also change. And change can be scary, but it can also be powerful. Because if there's one thing we know about Jimin, it's that he doesn't move without meaning. He doesn't take steps just for the sake of it. Everything he does artistically, emotionally, professionally, it's all connected. It all tells a story. So if this meeting really happened, if these rumors hold even a little bit of truth, then we're looking at the early stages of a new chapter. And here's the part that gives chills. We're still at the beginning of the tour. Let that sink in. The tour isn't even halfway done. There are still cities, still stages, still moments waiting to happen. And if something is already being prepared behind the scenes, imagine how it might unfold as the tour continues. Imagine announcements dropping mid-tour, surprise releases, unexpected collaborations, live performances of unreleased songs. Guys, the possibilities are insane. And this is why you shouldn't look away right now. Because moments like this, they don't come often. This is that phase where everything is uncertain, but full of potential. Where rumors start turning into reality. Where quiet meetings turn into global headlines. And if you've been part of this journey, if you've supported Jimin through everything, then you know how special these turning points are. So yeah, maybe it's just a rumor. Or maybe it's the beginning of something we'll all be talking about for years. And I want to hear from you guys. Seriously, what do you think is really happening here? Do you believe Jimin is preparing a new project behind the scenes? If yes, what kind of project do you think it is? A solo comeback? A global collaboration? Something completely unexpected? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down together as a community. And if you enjoyed this kind of deep dive, if you want more updates, more discussions, more moments like this, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Because trust me, if something big is coming, you're going to want to be here when it happens. Stay ready, Army. Something is definitely building.